Ah, yes. Hello there, Site-42 staff, as well as those of you from the greater SCP Foundation. And welcome to another Coffee Break with Dr. Sherman, a subsidiary of the anomalous broadcast from Site-42. As always, I am Dr. Theron Sherman, Site Director here at Site-42 of the SCP Foundation. And as I have done for over a year and 4 months and counting, because that is right, the daily stream streak remains strong. I'm here to open my office doors to you, the SCP Foundation staff, to answer your burning questions about this dark and mysterious place of employment we call the SCP Foundation. So whether you have questions about the anomalies we contain, the staff who contain them, the groups of interest who try to stop us from containing them, or hypothetical containment procedures about anomalies that fall outside of the SCP Foundation's purview. Perhaps they're from a different multiverse or pataphysical narrative level, i.e. fandom. Either way, we are here for the next approximately 1 hour to 90 minutes. We'll see how long this coffee break energy lasts. But before we get into the stream subject, allow me to start with a little bit of housekeeping. First and foremost, intern, new philosopher. Congratulations on being our #1 most punctual member of today's Containment Hazard Assessment team, i.e., congratulations on being first chatter. Meanwhile, Amber, Legendary Doge, NB Cookie, America, Sleepless Dragon, Blue Phantom, Gamer Alex, Kitten Kinsey, newly minted Lexes, Captain Gilbert, Beast No. Everyone who I have just named, thank you for being here punctually, and thank you for being here as members of Site-42 on YouTube. We appreciate your membership and your service. Furthermore, interns: Malachi, Rar Caution, Mochi Cat, McCullough, Izabua, Curtis, Aspectix, Tective, Goober, Diet Coke, Smangerer, Alpha 1, and Lilo Kitten. All of you, interns, thank you for being here punctually, and thank you for being here just for being you, interns. Now, today's stream is sponsored by our friends at Dark Math Films, aka the creators of the SCP Academy live-action YouTube series, which is currently kickstarting episode 2. They are over 20% done, but we have a ways to go. Now, I am going to show you, Mobile Task Force Psi-42 codename Signal Boosters, a trailer that I myself put out just today. If you're on YouTube mere moments ago, you might not have seen it yet. But I'm going to show this to you so you know what we are spreading. Starting with SCP Academy, Episode 1 follows Cadet Manning, who is studying to become a full-fledged member of the SCP Foundation. Today's course of study is an interaction between me, SCP-426, a toaster that can only be spoken about in the first person, and the MSRB, or the Mobile Semantic Reality Ballast, a neat piece of kit made up specifically for the SCP Academy series. Of course, it's not long until Manning and the other cadets get to witness an unfortunately common part of daily life at the SCP Foundation, a containment breach. Going to investigate the matter, the Professor Dr. G is, shall we say, irrevocably changed. But before the cadets can have their craniums cracked open by a crowbar, in struts in fan favorite and mine nemesis SCP-049, voiced by its original voice actor, the Vulcan, in case you didn't notice. Dr. G is, shall we say, irrevocably changed for a second time, and we're all left to wonder what will happen next. And our opportunity to find out what happens next is now, because Dark Math Films is kickstarting SCP Academy Episode 2 right now, and as of August 27, 2026, it is 20% funded. Go to the Site42 support beacon link here for a quick link to the Kickstarter, and let's get another live-action SCP project made. Secure, contain, protect. And so, members of Mobile Task Force Psi-42, codenamed the Signal Boosters. Let's try this again. And so, members of Mobile Task Force Psi-42, codenamed the Signal Boosters. This has been released on all Site-42 social media platforms. Twitter, Facebook, Threads, Instagram, Blue Sky, Tumblr, YouTube, TikTok. We are doing everything we can to get this live-action SCP series, Episode 2, kickstarted. But it does not work without you guys, the engagement team. Whatever social medias you are on, I need you to like, share, subscribe, comment, share it everywhere, retweet, reblog, whatever app you're on. Engagement team, engage. Make it spread. The more people that see those videos, the more likely we are to have this actually get funded. So Mobile Task Force Psi-42, you spread the word, you have your orders, make it happen. So, that is our stream intro. That is our sponsorship segment. Now, for today's stream subject. Nope, I'm going back. Intern Raven Jomi says, I'm too poor to fund the Kickstarter. My dear intern Raven Jomi, that is why you are a member of Mobile Task Force Psi-42, coding the Signal Boosters. Because for those who can't donate, they can donate their time and effort by doing the social media sharing, the liking, the commenting. When you help us go viral, we find more people who do have money. So anybody who can donate, you're our heroes. And if you can't donate money, donate your time and effort as a member of Mobile Task Force Psi-42, codenamed the Signal Boosters. That is what you can do to make it happen. We're all in this together, after all. Now, for our stream subject, as I will read DJ's very kind phrasing in the chat to keep it simple, we sadly lost yet another legend today. Peter Cullen, voice of many iterations of Optimus Prime, as well as several other beloved characters, passed at the ripe old age of 85. And, as DJ also mentioned, Peter Cullen is referenced on the SCP database in a very strong manner. Peter Cullen is mentioned in the SCP article 5984. Codename One Shall Stand. SCP-5984 is a marketing statue of Optimus Prime, a rather large one, that the Church of Maxwellism, a subsect of the Church of the Broken God, used a bunch of high-tech Church of the Broken God technology to turn it into a battle mech. An Optimus Prime battle mech. They gave it all sorts of actual weapons, and they integrated an artificial intelligence that was capable of speech in a voice similar to actor Peter Cullen. They used this Optimus Prime battle mech against the Neo-Sarkic attacks on Maxwellist churches. They fought the flesh with the battle mech Optimus Prime. And when we talked to a contact in the Church of Maxwellism to get some intel on why they are doing this, first of all, Dr. Witwicka? Yeah, we see what you did there. We see what you did there, SCP author. Noted why we did this. I'm just going to read the interview, because it's a good interview. SCP-5984 has been giving our organization quite the headache, Mr. Budiensky. Oh, you're referring to the mech. I do apologize for the trouble it's caused, but sometimes our war against the flesh requires some overt measures. These overt measures, as you put them, requires to put millions of dollars in damage control. Moving along. Why Optimus Prime? Sure, your church can manufacture something of 5984's capabilities without having to use such a recognizable figure. It took us almost 5 years to complete, even with the framework already there for us. Even with our resources, AI development and gathering the necessary materials isn't cheap. I thought your organization, of all things, would understand this. There's also something that resonates with us this series. Two diametrically opposed factions, engaged in battle that started millennia ago, and may go for many millennia more. One shall stand, one shall fall. Noted. But why go all the way with the voice? Seems unnecessary, no? Wouldn't you, given the chance? Yes. Yes, Church of Maxwellism representative. I would, in fact, had I the option, give it the Optimus Prime voice. It is one of the best voices. And so, Foundation chat, as well as those of you visiting or contained council members, let us all raise a anomalous or non-anomalous beverages of our choosing to the third day in a row, losing a legendary performer. You've got the touch, Pete. I am now returning to the chat, where I will catch up on the donations that have come in, and then we will have 45 minutes to 75 minutes of general Q&A, depending on the energy of the stream. Starting with Gamer Alex, thank you for gifting a promotion to the Site-42 Containment Hazard Assessment Team. Newly minted member Lexi's, if you are here to receive that membership, make sure to thank Gamer Alex for their generosity in gifting you that promotion. Reminder that memberships here at Site-42 give you access to all the fancy custom SCP Foundation and Dr. Sherman emotes. Also, you are immune from slow mode. We discovered that. That's pretty useful. Supreme Commander, thank you for your first donation to today's stream, as well as being a member. No, you're not a member. Well, thank you in the future for becoming a member. I'm sure you will at some point. Please grab yourself some tacos on your way past the commissary. How's the Site-42 holding against the assault by the Council? Well, we rebuffed their advance from this afternoon, but I'm a little shocked they were able to find our location, so that is a problem. Why would I be shocked they found our location? We are containing many of them, some of which have escaped. That's less shocking than I initially gave it credit for. But, you know, I'm very tired. Cleanup is in order. I've had to make the videos about the Council War continuing, as well as the Dark Math Films Kickstarter, so it's been a busy day. By the way, sorry to everyone who, for the third day in a row, learned from the SCP YouTube guy that a genuine, beloved performer of your childhood passed away. For 3 days in a row, I'm not doing this on purpose. Aspectix, Thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Please grab yourself some Energon cubes on your way past the commissary. How would the Foundation contain the G-Man from Half-Life if it was an SCP? This is my first ever donation. Well, thank you for your first ever donation here at Site 42. We appreciate your generosity. And the G-Man has some weird eldritch powers. Already it's a teleporter dimension hopper, which makes it very hard to contain. If it's Hume's-based, then a Scranton Reality Anchor could do the job. And, like in the Dark Math Films SCP Academy series, their mobile semantic reality ballast might be able to use the willpower of a person's mind to hold reality to their perceptions. But the only way to find out is to check it out. Nightmare Destroyer, thank you for your first 2 donations to today's stream. Please grab yourself a chicory coffee on your way past the commissary. I'm still crying over this loss right now. Oh, buddy. Yeah, no one's in a good mood about this. We're with you. Son of a bitch for the 3rd day in a row. My fault for the assault. I kept escaping from your sight, and the council saw my red fog of plague leading in trail right to you. My apologies. Ay, caramba. Yes. Well, more security, knowing that is an option that could happen now. We'll work on something. Let's fix the audio sync temporarily. YouTube really needs to fix that issue in general. Kakiro Miro, thank you for sending 5 floating hearts to the chat. I'm sure they feel the love. Council member, what to Wimmel? Thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Please get yourself a cup of good cheer on your way past the commissary. We of the council mourn the loss of Peter Cullen. Yes, I do believe all of those in the fandom and science fiction spaces especially will be on the side of mourning Peter Cullen's loss today. Alongside Tim Curry yesterday and Dolly Parton the day before. All good eggs and actual performers. Fun fact, there are actually 4 other SCPs based on the Transformers franchise. This is intern DJ's research. I mentioned SCP-5663 yesterday, but there's also SCP-4940, 4496, and SCP-5059. I will say those numbers one more time for you all taking notes. If you want more Transformers SCP crossover besides SCP-5984, you would look into SCPs 5663, 4940, 4496, and 5059. Enjoy your SCP Transformers crossovers at your leisure. Do you think your cult is going to beat the original council? Well, the SCP Foundation has been around for just about 20 years now. The council's been around for not that long. We have our ways. Beast No is clarifying that Tim and Dolly actually died on the same day. The news was just delayed. Fair enough. Either way, in our global experience of it, it was a day-to-day thing. 'Cause morning after news. I'm pretty sure the SCP Foundation existed in the 20th century. Oh, intern Jiggy, yes. What I was talking about there was the higher pataphysical narrative level above us, where it's a creative writing community in fandom. It's only been around for 20 years, about, on that pataphysical narrative level. On our level, the SCP Foundation has been well over 100 years. Perhaps longer, depending on when you believe they were founded. In some canons, the SCP Foundation was founded in the 1700s. In some, the 18s, and some, the 19s. It depends. There is no canon, after all. What do you think of the egoists? Intern Popcat, I don't see much about them. I don't think they're that present. I'm not terribly worried about them. First priority is getting the council contained. I thought, with the Hello Kitty Itachi outfit out there, that they would be satisfied and disband. But then, the fact that they're only 3 steps out of their 5-step plan, and now assaulting Site-42. Yes, it turns out the war is not over yet. Wait a minute, I see a bunch of stuff happening here. Okay, first and foremost, I saw a Ko-Fi notification. Let me grab that before I forget it exists. New Philosopher, thank you for your first donation to today's stream, and thank you for making the effort to go through the Ko-Fi, which, as we all know, only takes 3% of your donation as a service charge, while YouTube Super Chats take 30% of your donation so that Google can get paid. So especially with larger donations, we very much appreciate you making your donation go further by using the Ko-Fi. Thank you for the effort. Now, grab yourself a... Let's say you grab yourself a Mountain Dew on your way past the commissary. Could SCP-5445 infect SCP-2789 or any of the other restaurant SCPs? Well, I would have to see what 5445 is, because I don't remember that one off the top of my head. Codename Food Guru. Bacterial infection transmissible between humans and restaurants. Within humans, 5445 is entirely asymptomatic. Restaurants infected experience an incubation period of 2 weeks, after which initial symptoms manifest. Early stage infected remark a sudden increase in sanitation, subjective food quality, as well as decreases in menus and wait times. Infected restaurants experience an increase in business traffic, which makes it spread further. I would say that, yes, I do believe at least some, if not most, anomalous restaurants could be infected with SCP-5445. There's nothing about being anomalous that stops you from being caught by anomalous illnesses, after all. Dr. Sherman, Q&A for you. Did you write SCP-3302? SCP-3302 is one of mine, I believe. Yes, 3302. The Gym Look, yes. Ooh, which is celebrating being at a plus 200 upvotes. SCP-3302, one of mine, has reached plus 200. Congratulations to the Gym Look. Hooray. For those of you who are unfamiliar, the Gym Look is a DVD of The Office, and once you watch a certain percentage of the first episode or the first DVD, it infects you with a hazard that makes you do the Gym Look to some invisible camera near you every time someone says something stupid to you. And so if you said something stupid in the chat, I would And so every time you do that, someone there knows that you think they're stupid, which kind of ruins your life. Everyone knows you're an asshole now. Also, it seems to be some sort of interdimensional tomfoolery of watching this infected subject like a television show. We're not very sure, but you can check out the SCP-3302 documentation for further intel. Yes, I am the one who wrote that documentation. MD Dragons, thank you for sending a dub to the chat. I'm sure they will take the dub. Nightmare Destroyer, thank you for donating again to say. For some reason, I'm put in a 1v1 against the Plague Doctor. Also, a majority of your members keep trying to contain me. It has resulted in severe casualties and an increase in my undead ranks. Well, if you are a biologically living entity, then you don't want to go head-to-head with the Plague Doctor because it literally kills by touch, halting all of your biological processes. So unless you're some sort of undead lich, I'd be worried about that. Now, you do say you have an undead army, which means that you could, in fact, be an undead lich, in which case, that is not a problem for you. Now, what is a problem is you killing my staff members. I happen to like my staff members, as much as most of them would think I don't, because I am so strict and making sure they follow the rules. But I do care for my staff as deep down those feelings might be. And so if you're murdering my staff, oh boy, are you and I going to have problems. $100 stars. Thank you for sending sparkles to the chat. I'm sure they will appreciate cleaning up another glitter bomb alongside the wreckage of the council incursion from earlier today. Dr. Sherman, apparently there was another Green Cloak team and possibly also SCP related. Someone saw 42 being mint green cloaks, and they asked if I was part of the neutral team, and they said they too are green. Well, I mean, it's not unlikely that someone else picked a color. Wouldn't be shocked. But, suffice it to say, we are mint green and not forest green. It's a very important distinction. Mint green is the Site-42 channel color. Does your hand get tired from pen spinning all day? No, I have very strong hands from the pen spinning. I have built my fingular strength and endurance. Some would say that that's a very important thing to have on hand for rock climbing and other strong finger-related endeavors. Cloud Wolf, thank you for sending a treat to the chat. I'm sure they appreciate the tasty treat. Official Rex, thank you for sending a star to the Containment Hazard Assessment Team. They are now a 1-star team. At least for the time being. We'll see if they can make it to a 5-star chat. Wait, I saw something I wanted to answer. Did you get any more info on the SCP movie? Intern Rocky, I have not heard from Keter Labs since the Kickstarter failed. So I know that they were brainstorming ways to continue to gain funding for their studio. That way they could make SCP Containment Breach the movie. When they reach out to me, I will be ready to assist them with that. In the meantime, though, reminder that SCP Academy, another SCP live action show, is kickstarting its episode 2. They just surpassed $12,000 out of the $50 they need. So they are just over 20% complete. They need the other 80%. Now, this is just in 48 hours, so we're doing great, but we need to keep funding this and sharing it. Do your best, Mobile Task Force Psi-42, codename Signal Boost. And those who can donate, even if it's just $1, donate $1. If, my word, if we had 38,000 people donate a single $1, this would already be funded. And Site42 has 1 million fans. So this should be simple. It's just a problem that the freaking algorithms do not share your videos with everybody who subscribes to you. Wouldn't it be nice? So keep donating what you can and keep spreading our videos further so we can get these done. Alright, what's going on in the chat here? Intern Valeria, thank you for sending a flower, and then 3 stars, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 stars on top of 3 stars. Meaning they are a 4-star team with 2 prestige ranks. You made it 5-star twice and then back down, so make your way to 5 again. Dibs, thank you for pressing F. I'm sure the chat will pay respect. Nightmare Destroyer, thank you for donating again to say. I've given your members several chances to back off, but to no avail. Also, I can be considered as an immortal being, beyond physical, being hence why there's red fog around me at all times, very contagious and lethal. What does being immortal have to do with a fog that is lethal? What is that? Those are unrelated things. Why are those related in you? I need the lore. Tell me more, tell me more. Nothing an SCP scientist likes more than information and data. Dibs-a-dubs, thank you for sending 2 more press Fs. I'm sure the chat will double. Pay respect. Big Mr. Broke, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Please grab yourself some baby back ribs on your way past the commissary. First day working Anti-Memetics Division. Got transferred here because apparently I don't recognize the bodies in the water and that I shouldn't help them. What are you talking about? We don't have an Anti-Memetics Division. Huh? Valeria, thank you for casting PK Starstorm, sending them 21 stars, meaning they're now 5 stars plus 4 prestige ranks. And then you sent a secondary onslaught of stars that is still ongoing. So chat, congratulations on your first 5-star ranking of the day. And we'll see when Valeria is done what that will end up being. Have you heard of SCP Galleonic? Perteto, yes. The Galleonic team and I worked together during their Kickstarter to make sure they got funded. That one was a rip-roaring success. They even adorably drew me in the style of the SCP Galleonic animation. It is actually pretty cool. Let me see if I can find that real quick. I just need to go to their Discord message. That would be enough. If my entire terminal didn't crash, because I need an upgraded terminal. Ay, ay, ay. Alright, where are they? Discord, stop lagging! Oh, no. Complete terminal reset. Okay. That's a tech crash. You can hear my ambiance is gone. So, we're just going to sit here in silence. I'll show you that photo eventually. In the meantime, can someone tell me how many stars that Valeria ended up sending? 72? Thank you, Valeria. So I do know that you are going to have 70 divided by 5. That is 10 plus 4, 14. 14 prestige ranks. And now you're a 2-star chat. Desk, keep note that they are a 2-star chat until I get back. I'm logging into my terminal. And refreshing all apps. Getting the chat back online. Getting the ambiance. Closing that. Get that. Close that. Back it up. All right. Please have kept... No, don't do that. Da, da, da. All right, it looks like we are up and running. Now, as I was saying, for those who haven't seen it, this is my thank you gift from the team of Gallionic for helping them to get started. This is Dr. Sherman in the SCP Gallionic art style. Alright, let me clear that back down. 2-star team is noted. Messages are set back to the moderator. Eldritch Corvus, thank you for sending a star to the chat to make them a 3-star team on their way to 5-star yet again. Rosemary, thank you for sending a star to make them a 4-star team on our way back to 5. Nightmare Destroyer, thank you for your incredibly generous donation yet again. You know what? Besides whatever I offered you from the commissary later, what I want you to do is I want you to go into my office, and I have... Don't tell anyone off-site this. This is just Site 42 business. Now you, as a council member, probably shouldn't know this, but you are being extremely generous right now. So I'm just going to assume that you're actually angling for a position at the Foundation to do a little bit of work for us. Maybe to make up for the staff members you killed. We'll work out the details later, but for now, if you go to the 3rd floor locker room, and inside the men's locker room, if you're allowed in the men's locker room, that's great. If you're not, wait till it's empty and sneak in after dark. But on the 3rd shelf of lockers, 3rd one from the right, it is locked with a combination lock of 37, 47, 42. And in there you will find a spare copy of SCP-5094. I want you to use it to learn the subject of your choosing. Miss J's WizKid Schoolhouse, you will learn secrets you never knew you didn't know. And that is what you can do for your generous donation right there. And no one else write that down. That's specifically for Nightmare Destroyer. Now let's see. The lore is that the Red Fog is comprised of every plague known and unknown to man capable of killing people even with biohazard suits. This is due to me being a plague bringer with added ability of reality warping. Hopefully this will help you. Can you turn off the death fog? Can you hang out among people without killing them? Is that a thing you can do? Or is it just always on? Always death fog. Oh, someone asked for a time check. We are currently 40 minutes into today's stream, which means there's 20 to 50 minutes left in today's stream. How do you think the SCP Foundation would contain kids' movie characters like Toy Story? Well, intern phone guy, the Toy Story toys are quite simple because they are toys. Even alive, they're very small. They're a little clever, but they're not exactly strong. So you put them in a humanoid containment cell, they're pretty much locked in, it's fine. Dr. Sherman, did you write SCP-3084? Intern Jemmy, that is not one of mine. Now, if you want to see which ones I wrote or didn't, you can go to my author page on the SCP database, the Sherm's author page in Site42 Hub. Now, I did write SCP-3086, which is 2 digits away from the one you're talking about. But 3084 is not one of mine. Dr. Knight, thank you for your first donation to today's stream, as well as being a member. Please grab yourself a brownie fudge sundae on your way past the commissary. Dr. Knight from Precog here. Whoever's sending D-Class to steal from the Prophet's vault, cut it out! I don't care how many celebrities we lost this month. We're running out of funds for body disposal. Well, listen. I need to know that certain people are gonna make it, okay? My heart just can't take it right now. I've got a staff full of people sobbing their eyes out. It was gay 9/11 yesterday. What are we doing here? And now the Transformers? Gay 9/11 and now the Transformers. What are we supposed to do? So yes, we're doing the best we can. We'll try to lay off the D-Class by getting ones that are more in tuned with sneaking in there successfully. If you guys want to throw some hides in the chat, those little hiding gifties to make our D-Class more stealthy so they can get the prophecies without dying, and then we can know who's next and how to stop it. It was gay 9/11, Dr. Sherman. Froy, I cannot take credit for that meme. Someone shared that on the Twitter. They said that the loss of Dolly Parton and Tim Curry put together on the same day was gay 9/11. And then they superimposed Dolly and Tim Curry over the Twin Towers because it was gay 9/11. So, yeah, that was the dark humor for yesterday. Nightmare Destroyer, thank you for donating again to say, as the plague fog is emitted from my body, I can stop emitting it, which will allow me to stay under the radar up until recent events forced me to reveal myself with immense casualties. Okay, but you can put the fog away, right? So we can talk face to face without me dying. Would that be cool? Would that be okay? We can have a nice conversation, find some common ground. You're gay. Well, intern Anna, no, I am asexual. I mean, if you're counting the A from LGBTQIA and you're using gay as a slang term, then I guess if you blur your vision, maybe that counts. But no, asexual here, not the same thing as gay. But the SCP Foundation as a whole does support the whole of the LGBTQIA plus spectrum. Secure, contain, and protect, fam. And due reminder that while I am asexual for representation purposes, my author on the higher pataphysical narrative level above us is cishet. So just to keep that right. The actor is asexual, or the actor is cishet, the character is asexual. Dr. Sherman, do you reuse D-Class? Well, intern Jemmy, I don't want to let them go to waste. If they're not too banged up, amnesticize them and start them over. It's great. Dr. Knight, thank you for donating again to say, Doc, the prophecies I work with use Doctor Who rules. I don't remember Doctor Who's time travel rules because I have to deal with a lot of different time travel anomalies. Are those prophecies that you see and then you accidentally enact them by trying to stop them? Is that what you're talking about? Are there any SCPs where the reader is the SCP besides SCP-3393? I really love that format screw and it really makes me want to find more like it. Oh yeah, SCP-3393 where it turns out that you are the anomaly. That one is actually pretty cool. SCP-3393, very fun stuff. Go ahead, check it out on, we have a reading of it on the channel too, if you want to listen to it. But what I would say, the only one that comes to mind off the top of my head is... It's really early in the -Js. I know because I am in it. SCP-009-J. Codename, where is it? Object class, fun for ages 2 and up. This book belongs to Alfred Jacobs, a Foundation First Reader's book, copyright 2013, Dr. Wondertainment Press. Description. SCP-009-J is missing. Where is it gone? Is it under the table? Was it sat upon? Is it there on the ceiling? Is it under the rug, which picture is broken? Was it gobbled right up by the quantum pill bug? Did it run through the tunnel? Another broken picture, did it fall down the stairs? I bet you know what anomaly that is. Was it sent back in time to a carnival fair? Did it get on a train to a faraway place? Is it locked in a falsified beacon from space? Did it fall in the oobleck and data expunged? If it clogged up the drain, will it have to be plunged? Just where has SCP-009-J gotten to? Oh wait, that's right! SCP-009-J is you! So, you know, that's one other one. Alright, returning to chat. Nightmare Destroyer, thank you for donating again to say, yes, I can stop emitting the fog so we can talk face to face without you dying. Also, I can be reasoned with despite my apparent sadistic urges to cause mass destruction. Well, sometimes sadistic urges to cause mass destruction are exactly what the SCP Foundation needs. I mean, we hired Clef, didn't we? And don't even get me started on Kondraki. Ugh. So yes, no, there can easily be some agreement where you are very beneficial to the Foundation, and the Foundation is very beneficial to you. For sure. Dr. Sherman, I have made some videos as you asked. Oh, hell yeah! Intern Hunter Mark, you are making videos to spread the wizard. The word. That is what we want to be happening. Do-do-do. They are in the Discord. I see. I assume they're here. Alright. In the interest of spreading the word about SCP Academy Episode 2's Kickstarter even further, let's see what intern Hunter Mark has to say. Or video.
Why are you running? Why are you running? Oh shit, not good.
What the hell, Carl?
Oh God! No! 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 No!
Are you high?
Ready, you bastard!
Nice. Nice. I approve. Let's see what the second one is.
Gonna be safe, and we're all gonna have a great time. What the Jesus Christ was that?
Perfect. Yes. Spread the memes. If you are in the Site 42 Discord channel, I specifically made the footage made available to me from the directors of SCP Academy. They sent me a sizzle reel that I have given to you guys so you can make your own SCP Academy memes. Make some more SCP Academy memes. Share them on TikTok, YouTube, all the social medias. Spread the word. Spread the memes. Get people talking about SCP Academy. Point them to Dark Math Films on YouTube. Point them to the Kickstarter. Dr. Sherman, Doctor Who rules is that anything you learn about your future becomes a fixed point in time that you can no longer change. Ah, yes, Nolono, thank you for the reminder. But, have you considered row, row, fight the power? What if we kick logic to the curb and do the impossible? We will change time. It doesn't matter that it can't be done. We'll find a way. The Temporal Anomalies Division will help. We will work with pataphysics to change reality. We will work with the Unreality Department to change reality. We will do something to secure and contain and protect our national treasures so we don't lose any more. Also made a major update in my game, a complete UI overhaul, and the Android release finally. I will also be spreading the word about the SCP Academy tomorrow via video. Beast Snow, very good stuff. Hopefully people hunt down your little SCP text adventure game for people who like SCP base simulators in text adventure format. SCP Anomaly Control Network on itch.io, I believe it's called. Nightmare Destroyer, thank you for donating again to say. To benefit your research further, I do have a dormant phase in which I emit the plague fog over a city, and have the now undead residents serve as my sentries. This will last for a few days. That seems hella dangerous. Now, we have had to deal, very recently in fact, with an anomaly that had undead armies. I wonder, do you bear any relation to... give me a moment, I have to find the designation number. Apparition of Evil is the name of it. 8789. There we go. SCP-8789. SCP-8789 is a black magician who used black magic to turn a town into an infinite respawning game of werewolf, aka Mafia, aka Amogus. And so, every time this rural isolated town, it shifts town to town, so we can't really keep up with it too easily. But everyone starts to turn into the old-timey folk from several hundred years ago, and then the black wizard shows up and starts killing people to increase their magical power, and if they aren't killed fast enough, they raise an army of the undead and start taking over other towns. It's a whole mess that we've had to clean up several times. But the SCP-8789-2 entity is your undead army any relation to that by chance? We haven't had a very good opportunity to study that one. Dr. Sherman, what do you think of the Polish SCP Wiki? Well, intern Kojiro, just because I cannot read Polish, I don't check it out very often. But we did just talk about a Polish SCP in chat. I believe it was SCP PL 235? 253? Yes! Yes, we just talked about the Polish SCP, SCP-PL 253, which is a Kentucky Fried Chicken restaurant that got in a lawsuit with the Fey folk and had its name stolen. It was a whole thing. It was very funny. Don't get into a legal battle with the Fey folk. It won't go well for you. Intern Jolene. Thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Please get yourself whatever the hell you want from the commissary. Please stop Reggie from breaking into my lab. Oh, that's right. Reggie's back. I have to handle that. Oh, jeez. What a hassle. What do you know about SCP? Intern Force One. I know a great deal about the SCP Foundation, considering I'm a site director at Site 42 and have been working with the Foundation for over 13 years. 11 of which are on YouTube. Have you read SCP-8980? It's one of the best works I've read in quite a while. Intern House. Yes, I have read SCP-8980. I read it when it came out, and oh my gosh, did it go hella viral because of how devastating and yet quite well written it is. Did you know that it has sequels? I believe it has 2 sequel stories. If you go to the, Series 8, or sorry, Series 9, oh, they don't do a Tales edition of that yet. Man, that'd make it so much easier to find the sequels to SCP-8980. Dang it, Wiki staff, get on it. Get on it. Suffice it to say, it is a very hard to read SCP entry. Very good stuff, though. Hybrid Gamer, thank you for your first donation to today's stream as well as being a member. Please grab yourself some fried mozzarella on your way past the commissary. My series, SCP series, SCP-SAF, is 75% through pre-production. I've you and your community for giving me the inspiration for it. Forgot to put out a character. All right. You are pre-production for your series of SCP? Hell yeah. let's get some more SCP stuff made. When you are ready to start, when you get that ready and you need some help with it, let me know. Let's get some more SCP things made. If you're making SCP shows, films, games, and that, I'm very interested. Jolene, thank you for donating again to say. Also, how are we going to deal with the dredge, Dead by Daylight? Well, anything to do with Dead by Daylight has to go through the entity first, which is a problem. In and of itself. Now, the dredge entity in particular... Manifestation of dark thoughts. Teleport between lockers and summon overwhelming darkness. Well, teleporting is already annoying because that means that we can't just put it in a box and leave it there. Unless it can only teleport locker to locker. And we just don't put a locker in its containment cell. Also, since it likes the darkness, we have to expose it to light. Just like SCP-017, the shadow entity. Yes, okay, so hit it with a shadow. Hit it with light like the shadow entity so it can't hide in darkness and do the teleporting. There we go, sounds great. At least from this bare bones look, that is what I would do. Nolono, thank you for pointing out for House's behalf that the tale, regardless, is a spin-off of SCP-8980, so they can go read more. Is that the one with the FSD, by chance? Yes. Yes, that is the one with the FSD. Intern House, if 8980 made your blood boil, the tale titled Regardless on the SCP database will make blood shoot out your ears. You'll be so mad. Nightmare Destroyer, thank you for donating again to say. No, I bear no resemblance. My undead army can only be defeated when I am defeated or contained. They lose this feature slightly and are vulnerable to headshots when I'm in dormancy, hence the location. Interesting. Interesting. Very good information to have. So, the thing about being immortal, about having a fog, is that that is something that, while very strong, it is placement-wise kind of locationally locked. If you're sealed in an airtight container, then the fog can't get out. And if you are immortal and locked in an airtight container you can't escape, then that would mean that you are just kind of stuck. So, what do you have when it comes to strength and movement? Are you ripping through steel barriers? What's the deal with that end of things? Hybrid Gamer, thank you for donating again to say, I am looking for voice actors if anyone wants to help. My Discord is in my YouTube. If anyone wants to help, I'll see you at Site 19. Well, Hybrid Gamer, if you are working on a series and people want to help out with that, they know where to go. Dr. Sherman, try the backlinks. That's right before the page source and the tools at the bottom of every page. You've got my interest, DJ. So let's go back to Regardless, for instance. Regardless. And if I scroll to the bottom, then I see... So what did you say? It's right before the page source and the tools at the bottom of every page. So, options. Backlinks. Other pages that depend on this page. Fire Suppression Department Hub. Moose's Workbench. News for December. News for November. So, unfortunately, that doesn't link to 8980 because it's not dependent, so to speak. But that is still a useful thing that I didn't know exists for further searching the wiki, so I appreciate the tool shout-out. Bro really has to start streaming while I'm trying to watch the SCP Academy things. Eyes in Shadow, I do approve of you watching SCP Academy and then coming back to us afterwards, although we are only streaming for about 25 more minutes. But perhaps you will watch it afterwards and also donate to the Kickstarter. Speaking of which, let me check on how the Kickstarter is going. Have we gotten any additional funds during this stream? It looks like we've got another 20 bucks added. Do remember, SCP Academy is a live-action SCP series on YouTube by YouTube channel Dark Math Films. They have filmed episode 1. It is up on YouTube for free. And they are currently kickstartering episode 2 so they can make more. And so, make sure to donate, even if it's $1. Even $1 is enough to help people. We have enough people donate $1. That's all it'll take. I've already donated dollars on behalf of a lot of people, but we need more people to donate more singular dollars. And of course, if you can donate more to help out, then do so. And of course, if you are broke, gang, and you can't donate, then donate your time and effort, Mobile Task Force Psi-42 coding the signal boosters. Like, share, subscribe, comment, chat on everything talking about the Kickstarter. Share the Kickstarter so more people see it and donate to it. We need it to go viral AF so we can have more live-action SCP films. Dr. Sherman, the council is now demanding Sukuna Barbie, Chris. Okay, we're getting intel on what they want. I thought that they were done with the Hello Kitty Itachi. So how does that have anything to do with step 4 or 5 of their plan? They said they have a 5-step plan, but they've only gone up to step 3. So we don't know what they're going to be doing next or what it has to do with this Sukuna Barbie. We need more intel, and we need it fast. They know of our location here at Site-42, so we can up our defenses. But we need to end this quickly. If it doesn't get funded, the Dr. Sherman plushie that totally doesn't hold the real Sherman soul will totally be fine. I mean, yeah, some people don't like SCP live-action films. They hate it when awesome science fiction stories get made and filmed. And those people definitely would rather see a Dr. Sherman plushie get blended, or dipped in acid, or thrown out the back of a truck, or fed to birds, or whatever that they're going to be doing to it. And I mean, it's not like contains the soul of Dr. Sherman or anything. It's not like I'm some sort of imposter. And so that wouldn't bother me a bit, because it's definitely not me, or any version of me at all. Don't worry about it. We can donate to the Kickstarter and have a really cool SCP live-action film, or we can just let the plushie get demolished. Either way, I'm fine, right? Nightmare Destroyer, thank you again for your incredibly intense generosity for the second time this stream. On behalf of your incredible generosity, not only do I want you to get that WizKid Schoolhouse copy I told you about, don't let the other staff members have it, it's only for you. But furthermore, listen. I've had the lab tinkering with the extra caffeinated Coca-Cola. The ones where you usually die because of the excess of caffeine. But they say they have a version that won't kill you. And since you're immortal anyways, it's probably going to be fine. So if you want some real get up and go, if you don't want to have to be dormant for like the next 3 shifts, I would recommend heading over to the lab and say that Dr. Sherman asked for the sample. Thank you again for your incredible generosity of the Site-42 cause. Reminding you guys that when you guys donate to Site-42, what you're doing is you're helping me keep the lights on because I only work my day job 3 days a week because I do the daily streams and the videos. You guys help me to do that. Eventually, one day, I can quit my day job, but no actor quits their day job early. Sometimes revenue's really, really high, and sometimes it crashes. So, safety first. But furthermore, I help to support Agent Goose and the Pets of Interest here at Site42, the desk and Nico a little bit, the Discord moderators a little bit. It also goes toward the projects I'm working on, whether that be field missions, video ideas, collaborations, some of which are very secret and I can't tell you yet, but they're going to be pretty dope. SCP projects I am helping to consult with, because very often SCP projects like merch or games or films don't have a lot of money to pay someone who's a consultant. The kind of thing I do, I should be asking Dark Math Films for thousands of dollars for the advertising I do for them as an influencer, and I'm not. And in part, that's because you guys support me doing it, so that I can tell SCP content creators, don't worry about it, the Site42 fam has got you. And so, you guys help me to be able to do that for them. And so you guys are helping those teams with your generosity here. And so we thank you very much for everything you do to help out when you donate to Site42. And I will do my best to keep helping out these projects on y'all's behalf, using the power you give me through the money team and the engagement team to make these things happen. Now finally, Nightmare Destroyer said, I'm extremely fast and strong, allowing me to stay ahead of the Foundation. Magical artifacts keep me at bay temporarily. I'm capable of using one plague at once, which helps in getting info about Foundation movement, and I'm not restricted to one spot. Interesting. I'll have to talk to the Department of Thaumaturgy and the Department of Tactical Theology. We'll have to have a conference with them. We could have some very interesting talks about your magical artifacts efficacy. And also, Nightmare Destroyer, thank you for donating again to say, this is a no-brainer, but I'm extremely intelligent as I can understand the genome and how to virally kill it with ease. Well, yes, understanding DNA on that micro level would take a lot of rote memorization and practice, and that is what leads to intelligence. Putting in the work and the study. It's like how Spider-Man used a combination of spider sense and intense knowledge of mathematics to best Dr. Stephen Strange in the mirror dimension using fractal mathematics. I have alerted the Global Occult Coalition of this council threat, and they want to confirm if they should kill them or contain them. Intern Derek, please tell the Gawksuckers, the Global Occult Coalition, those Gawksuckers, that we want nothing to do with their involvement. No, we can handle this. They destroy anomalies way too often for my taste. We are containing the council, not terminating them. We can't study them if they're deceased. Okay? SCP audio dramas would be awesome. Intern Sharia, I recommend looking at the playlist on this channel, The Sherm's Great Skip Dictations. It is over 500 SCP documents read with sound effects and music as radio plays. If you like listening to SCP documents, oh boy, do we have hours of content, years of which, that you can listen to. Fun fact, I'm halfway decent at pen spinning, although not perfect because I just hit myself in the face with a pencil by accident just now. Also, someone gave clown cheese to Josie. Help. Well, you'll have to explain to that universe why their Josie died. Clown milk and clown cheese is fatal. Why would you do that to that poor half-cat? I want whoever did that to be sent to the universe that Josie belonged to. And I want that universe's SCP Foundation to do whatever they want to do to them. You don't fuck with the half-cat. Councilmember Maxwell, thank you for your first donation of today's stream. Grab yourself some nougat on your way past the commissary. Dr. Sherman, not even the council knows the 5-step takeover plan, for you cannot know our plan if we do not know our plan. Ah, yes, that's very clever. Your ignorance keeps you from leaking. I get it, but matters not. One way or another, we will find out. And we will secure, contain, and protect the lot of ya! I really wish this would, In Site 42 staff, we currently have 13 minutes left in stream. 13 minutes. Do you have a favorite bug SCP? Yes, I do. Despite not liking bugs, I do have a favorite bug SCP. Or at least I'm counting it as one. That would be SCP-5430, codename, a snake wearing 48 sneakers. It is, as it says right on the codename, a snake that has been thaumaturgically altered to have the feet with which to wear 48 pairs of sneakers. Which means, essentially, it's a half a millipede. Or a half a centipede. A half a centipede. Almost half a centipede. And, therefore, it still counts as a bug. And it's adorable. It just kind of walks around the park, being a snake with 48 sneakers on. As the desk says, I ain't taking my sneakers off. I'm a snake wearing 48 sneakers. Intern Kaysen, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Get yourself a Slim Jim on your way past the commissary. The council just did something bad, bro. What is that? Don't be vague about it. We gotta know what you're talking about. Give us a report. Hey, take those sneakers off, says Mamori. How about no? Oh, give it up. We can't catch him. Not in these shoes. I didn't take my sneakers off. I'm a sneak wearing 48 sneakers. That would be SCP-5430 for those who want to enjoy the adorableness. Intern Washer and Intern Amy Rose, welcome to Site 42 staff. Thank you for subscribing. Nightmare Destroyer, thank you for donating again to say. I'm also capable of turning into a red fog, allowing me to sneak through obstacles, resulting in my numerous escapes. And I can tank a direct hit from a rod from God, which amazed me. Oh, those are those tungsten rods, right? The satellite. Pachoo, pachoo. Yes, interesting. Well, I mean, as a fog, they wouldn't actually hit you, although they would burn and evaporate your fog. So that, I don't see how that would help, actually. So you must be able to just take it physically. Huh. The durability feats there are very interesting. Did Peter Cullen / Optimus Prime actually die? I love Transformers. It brought me into fiction. Intern Journey in Games, I am sad to be the SCP YouTuber has to tell you that yes, reports are Peter Cullen did pass away today. At age 85. making it the third day in a row that the SCP YouTuber's stream subject has been taken up by giving celebrity death reports. It's not exactly why I got into this YouTube game, but here we are. I'm now scared to check my DMs from Sherm. Yeah, I did each morning text Desk to look up SCPs related to each person, and he did not know why I was doing that all 3 times. I guess Desk is just not as terminally online as I am. Especially today, I texted you so late, I was assuming you must have figured it out. Opinions on Spidertown, Dr. Sherman. Intern HLG. I don't know what that is, and I don't need to know. Fuck it. Fuck Spidertown. Fuck dem spiders. And you can quote me. Can you make a video about what SCP were submitted to the website when people were born? Oh dear. Oh dear, 5320. Our merciful and long lord. The longest fish. The long boy that just goes on forever. Our longfish lord. Because SCP is turning 20 in June. That means there are 18-year-olds who were born during the time... Every 18-year-old was born during the time of the SCP Wiki. Which means you could start doing a what SCPs were written and submitted on the day I was born. Because you can search SCPs by date. Oh dear Lord. See, in my generation, it was what movie was #1 at the box office the day you were born. For me, it was Alien. Alien was the #1 movie at the box office the day I was born. But now, if you are younger than the SCP Wiki, meaning you were born after June 2007, if you were born after June 2007, then you can look up what SCPs were written the day you were born. I need to find a bunch of 18-year-olds somewhere to consent to making a video about this. I don't know any 18-year-olds. Wait, I do have a Discord server. And you have to be 18 and up, so I know they'll be 18. Unless you're liars. Don't be a liar. Don't be a liar. Alright, I'm thinking about this, but yeah. Yeah, I'm going to have to look up, DJ's going to have to help me look up maybe exactly how to quickly scan what day SCPs were written. But yeah, anyone younger than the SCP Wiki could submit to this video. Oh my god, that's ridiculous. I can't believe you've done this to me. That's very funny. Oh, Site 42 staff, we are 5 minutes from the end of stream. 5 minutes from the end of stream. Nightmare Destroyer, thank you for donating again to say. At this point, I might as well be an SCP. As my lore gets added, I get more abilities the longer I'm active. I got telepathy, allowing me to mentally influence your staff one way or another for me to escape. Yeah, that's the thing about these black magic wizards is they keep learning more spells. You really gotta do like reality benders and cack them early. Otherwise, they just get unbearable. But perhaps, much like SCP-4357-J, the cooperative demon, if you're willing to assist us in stopping pretenders to your throne who would try and smite you to take your place, if you can help us contain them so we get a variety of them contained, and then you can just operate, maybe that's a great quid pro quo between you and the Foundation. 100 stars. Thank you for sending sparkles and a treat to the chat. I'm sure they will enjoy that treat to give them the energy to clean up yet another glitter bomb. Enter Resistance member Logan. Thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Grab yourself some fruit cup at the commissary. And you said join the Resistance? Well, we won't join the Resistance here at the SCP Foundation, but we are against the Council. And so at this point, you guys, the enemy of my enemy is my friend, we will help you contain the Council. But don't get on our wrong end. If you guys are anomalous, like the Council, we might have to turn against you after the Council is finished being contained. But first things first, the Council needs to be stopped. And the SCP Foundation is very good at securing, containing, and protecting anomalies. Will you ever do a cartoon cat video? Councilmember Blood Jester. I do have a what if cartoon cat was an SCP video over on the TikTok. If you search Dr. Sherman Site 42 cartoon cat, it should come up. I don't know if that... Oh, it'll also be in the... On this channel, the X is not an SCP compilation video. Because that has all the X is not an SCP episodes. I sent you a friend request on Discord, Dr. Sherman. I don't mean any offense, but this is where I say, do not send me a friend request on Discord unless we are talking about business things in particular. Use my Discord to keep track of all the SCP projects, all the SCP filmmakers, game devs, etc. that I work with. It, for me, is not a social platform. And so please do not friend request me there unless we're already talking and we're doing that. No offense, it's just that's where I do my work, so I have to keep that clean. Well, Site 42 staff, that... Wait a minute. Can you DM me a list of all the SCPs there currently are? Intern Valeria, that's the SCP Wiki. You can just look at the SCP Wiki. They're all there. All 10,000 plus of them. Whew, so, Site 42 staff. As I have done over the last year and 4 months because the daily streams remain strong, I am, at the end of stream, like now, I always tell you guys my favorite SCPs. Of course, I'm not going to tell you that my favorites are the ones I wrote. That would be sheer narcissism. But if you want to read the SCPs I wrote, you can go to TheSherm's author page in Site 42 Hub on the SCP database. There you can see the SCPs I wrote, as well as contributed voice lines or sound effects to. And while you're on my author page, one tab over, you'll find a list of links. Links that a lot of people ask about in the chat, but then they're just so confused and they can't figure out this giant hint I'm giving them as to where to find the links. So sad for them. But not for you, because you are clever, chat. You will find those links, I'm sure of it. And when you do, you'll also have the option to become a Site 42 Patreon patron or YouTube channel member to donate to us monthly. You can do a Ko-Fi or YouTube Super Chat to donate to us one at a time. Either way, direct donations are the quickest way to help out Site 42 staff, field missions, and for future projects. And we appreciate your generosity when you do so. Speaking of donations, Nightmare Destroyer, thank you for donating again during the outro to say, I can handle the pretenders, but depending on what you offer me, I might aid you against the council because I rocked this red cloak a lot longer. I mean, you can't be mad at a red cloak. After seeing Dr. Horrible's sing-along blog, I have considered that maybe I need a red lab coat. They just look so good. And so it is considerably, yeah, I get you on the fashion sense there. But yes, we'll talk. We'll commiserate. I've got ideas. I've got ideas for this. Meanwhile, if you don't have the money to donate to Site 42, do not despair, because you can still help us out by donating your time and effort as a member of Mobile Task Force Site 42, codename the Signal Boosters. When you like, share, subscribe, comment, chat, make memes, shitposts, clips, out-of-context compilations, edits, not just of Site 42, but also of the SCP projects we support, like Dark Math Films, SCP Academy, Kickstarter of which started just recently and is already at 20%, and we need to get it across the finish line. It's only $50K. We can do this. Donate $1, and if you absolutely have already donated or can't donate for some reason, share it everywhere. Spread the word, Mobile Task Force Site 42, codename Signal Boosters, so more people see it, more people with money see it, and they'll get it done. And so, that is how we get bigger SCP projects. That's how we support the SCP Wiki and its authors and artists. That's how we support the SCP filmmakers, game devs, animators, merch makers, and podcasters, and every other SCP artist out there. And we thank you for your service in doing so, both the money team and the engagement team. We need you both. Now, without further ado, my favorite SCPs in no particular order are SCP-3999, SCP-3043, SCP-008-J, SCP-Spooky-J, SCP-5031, SCP-5175, SCP-5320, and SCP-8980. Content warning on the last one, it's a bit of a rough read. Speed round. 399-3043-0 registration will get SCP-553-575-30 content warning on the last one, it's a rough read. So, Site 42 staff, this has been another Coffee Break with Dr. Sherman, a subsidiary of the anomalous broadcast from Site 42. I hope you had fun. I hope you learned something. Last minute donation from Egoist Logan. Thank you for donating again to say, donate, join the Egoists. Nope, I don't think I will. Don't think we will. We are instead the SCP Foundation. We stand alone. We stand strong against the Council. You can help us or get the hell out of our way. Site 42 staff, this has been another Coffee Break with Dr. Sherman, a subsidiary of the anomalous broadcast from Site 42. I hope you had fun. I hope you learned something. Be safe, be well, and as always, secure, contain, protect. See you in the next video or stream. Give me 1 second. All is said and done. You never walk, you never run. You're a winner. You got the moves, you know the street. Break the rules, take the heat. You're nobody's fool. You're at your best when the going gets rough. You've been put to the test, but it's never enough. You got the touch. You got the power. When all hell's breaking loose, you'll be right in the eye of the storm. You got the heart. Woo! You got the motion. You know that when things get too tough, you got the touch. The credit song is The Touch by Stan Bush. Also included in the Transformers feature film. R.I.P. Peter Cullen. Optimus Prime. Be safe, be well, Site 42 staff, and as always, secure, contain, protect. See you in the next video or stream.